Is anyone else tired of this narrative that Kobe Bryant's parents hated him, and the reason they hated him allegedly was because he married a Hispanic woman? That's not the case. The case is that his family wanted more for him. Many people are too young to remember when Kobe Bryant got with what was a video vixen at that time. He had met Vanessa. He was a virgin. She was the first person that jumped in bed with him. And so he ended up marrying her. Now, his family, they clearly stated that it wasn't about race. It was about the fact that he was so young and they wanted him to marry someone who wasn't a high school dropout. They wanted better for their son and they thought that he deserved more than this. A girl that he met that dropped out of high school as soon as she met him, started sleeping with him, and then he ended up marrying her. And he ended up kind of backfiring in her face because he did cheat on her with a young lady that he was accused of essaying. And the one thing that I remember about this story is that Kobe Bryant had allegedly used his mouth on the girl who had been with other men per the test of her draws. Allegedly, he came straight home from that, walked in and kissed he and Vanessa's baby, little Natalia, right in the mouth. That to me would have been the deal breaker, and I would have left. And she probably would have left had she had any other options. A high school dropout with no options. Now, some of you all don't remember this, but Shaquille O'Neal and other Lakers players were with the Bryant parents and saying that Kobe needed to wait and find out about this young lady. Now, apparently, not apparently, I remember clearly Shaq in interviews saying that Vanessa had, by her stepfather and her mother, had been passed around the Lakers and paraded in front of the Lakers because they were determined for their daughter to marry one of the Lakers or to have a baby by him so that they could get a payout. And Kobe, being innocent and being controlled by his father, and it sounds like that Mr. Bryan was a very controlling dad because he kept the kids isolated and kept them together. Well, guess what? If you are a controlling man, you raise a stubborn and controlling son. And so the son, Kobe, wanted to control his parents in how they related to Vanessa. And when they wouldn't, like his dad, and he couldn't put his foot on their neck, he just left them all together and just stayed away from the family. Both he and his father suffered by both of them being stubborn and being just alike. Neither one of them willing to give in. Neither one of them willing to apologize. And the thing about it is that Vanessa, she also has reaped what she's sown as well. She lost Miss Bryant, and she laughed about Miss Bryant taking her son and leaving Kobe Bryant, or taking Kobe Bryant and Kobe Bryant leaving the family. And that she said in an interview, Vanessa, that because that Miss Bryant didn't like her, that she lost her son. Well, Vanessa ended up losing her husband and her child. So I think that it's karma and it comes all the way back around. I also think that it's on Mrs. Bryant as well, because if you have a controlling husband and he's controlling the kids and controlling you, then you need to get out of that relationship or stand up, or your kids are going to end up suffering as well. And the other side of this is that when you dishonor your mother and your father, you don't live a very long life. And I just wonder that when Kobe was passing away, was he thinking about marrying a 17-year-old Vanessa, or was he thinking about his mama? So we finally hear from the Bryants, and this is 2 years ago, because people have been afraid to show any video of them because people are so angry at the Bryants, this misdirected anger that they wanted more for their son than a video vixen when he had been dating women that were educated, and they also wanted him to finish his college education. But what did he do? Ran off and married the first girl that slept with him. And so we can hear from the Bryants. And when you hear this, you can see and you can tell, you can hear that they totally love their son and even the grandchild that they kept away from him. And now Vanessa can sit over in that mansion with Kobe's money with the children that she has left, no husband, and she can stay in that bitter state because I feel that she was the one that really kept that feud going. Because as a woman, she and Miss Bryant, they should have set those men down and got them to stop stop being controlling, stubborn, and foolish. But neither one of them were woman enough to do that, and neither of the men were man enough to apologize and let bygones be bygones. And now he's gone.
we, Pam and I have kind of tried to stay in the background, you know, as our kids grow, make mistakes. And we just really start watching basketball again this year. Watching the draft, getting flashbacks. Our son, looking for his hopes and dreams, and it was difficult at times. But I've been blessed to find a woman to want to marry me. We got married, we was like 19, 20 years old. I don't think I was ready to get married, but I knew she was the right one. Just June 1st will be 48 years together.
That's nice.
We are blessed. We have 3 wonderful children, Shreya, Shaya, and Kobe. 10 grandkids. Even though we lost Gigi, which would make it 9, we still say we have 10. That's it. It's the only reason why we're here because, Gary, he was there from day one. I just call them the real people, because as life goes on, you find some fake people. But, when you get down to the foundation, you really see the real people in your life. And when things get tough, they're still standing there with you. We've always told our kids to have confidence. Be cocky, but not disrespectful. And if you can walk that line, then you'll have a wonderful life. And again, we want to thank everyone. There's so many people here. We like to, Spencer, and we've talked for years. Julius, I got dunked on him many times in practice. But we just thank you, ABIS. It's just wonderful for us. And this really is the first time we ever spoke publicly about anything. Because it's about our privacy and our family, and we keep it within the family. And again, we want to thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.